Hi everyone, coming to you guys with a quick reading on Justin and Hailey Bieber. Is divorce imminent? Are they going to be getting divorced soon? A lot of people have been speculating on different things like that. We saw Justin spiraling out at times, and I know, and looking not looking well. What I'm saying? Yeah, and then going hard at the paparazzis and stuff like that. You see him all frustrated. But then now we see last weekend. We see the couple, trying to spend some quality time together. What I'm saying? Yeah, because we saw certain things, for instance, like Father's Day. What I'm saying? Yeah, we saw a lot of attention with Justin, and then we saw Mother's Day that passed by and stuff like that. Yeah. One thing with us here, I have always predicted way in advance when coming to Justin Bieber. I have predicted in advance with his health issues. When he had to cancel his tour and stuff, I predicted that 6 months in advance, with his health issues and stuff like that. And then I predicted that he will have more problems and stuff. I predicted the baby in advance. I'm saying? Yeah, 2 years, I believe in advance, I predicted his first child. And I'm saying, and that happened, and I know a lot of people would like to know what's going on and things like that, yeah. But I see that when coming to like Justin, he just needs to, I personally, as I say, and I'm not gonna give nobody, no celebrity, no free advice and stuff in the public. As I say, they know what to do. What I'm saying? Yeah, he know what to do. But as I said, Pisces, when coming to water sign men, they tend to hold on. What I'm saying? Yeah, they tend to hold on and whine and complain. It have some Pisces, man, they're very, very, very strong will-minded. And you have some Pisces and them are very weak. What I'm saying? Yeah, so it's according to how they grow up and stuff. Some of them, they stay stuck. They stay blaming, they complaining, they're whining. There's some cancers like that. You have some Cancer men, very strong, very confident, very wealthy. What I'm saying? Yeah, and they can hold a grudge. What I'm saying? Yeah, so you look at some of the famous cancers, we could just call, we know the birthday coming up this week. I'm saying? Like Kevin Hart, 50 Cent, Elon Musk. What I'm saying? Yeah, they're all cancers. What I'm saying? Yeah, Burna Boy, cancer. What I'm saying? Yeah, so when you look, you have to give the cancer men credit. What I'm saying? Yeah, my brother's cancer also too. So I know how cancer is, because cancer's biggest fear is not having enough money. And nothing, most water signs and earth signs are like that. What I'm saying? Compared to the fire and the air signs, Yeah, but when coming to the Pisces men, you have some Pisces men are very, very, very successful. What I'm saying? Yeah, you look at, like, we could just call like two we know offhand, like Floyd Mayweather, self-made. You could say what you want about his personal life, but when coming to his career and making money, without any brands and anything like that. So he, you gotta give the man credit. Shaq also too. A good Shaquille O'Neal, a good businessman. Pisces also too. What I'm saying? Yeah, but then now when you look at Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard, he, the actor, he's a Pisces also, but you look at him, he's stuck in victim mode. What I'm saying? Yeah, so sometimes, as I say, Pisces men, some of them, the water signs and cancers. And I'm saying, yeah, there's some cancers, man, listen, they stay blaming things that happen forever, and they stay stuck. What I'm saying? Yeah, so it's rough, and it can be very draining. And I'm saying, yeah, so I see that Justin Bieber is going through that type of, he lost his spirit, he lost his soul, and he will get it back. And I'm saying, yeah, but he just have to get to the right people, the right persons. And I'm saying, yeah, so a lot of people took advantage of the young man, and we told you guys straight up, from in advance, when everybody was speculating and saying, did he this, did he that. I'm glad that the man came out and with his team and admit that, did he never do anything. And I've been telling you guys that. Same thing like with TD Jakes, and everybody was saying stuff about TD Jakes and stuff, and I told you guys straight up, but it's a shame that we will tear down each other. What I'm saying? Yeah, and our enemies know how to tear down each other. We will all continue tearing down each other for life. We will never come together as a people. So it's sad. What I'm saying? Yeah, so we know and see certain things with Justin. That's some things I could say in the public and stuff like that. A lot of people might say, oh, because of Selena Gomez that decided to get engaged to Benny Blanco, that all of a sudden Justin started to go downhill. No, that had nothing to do with the Selena Gomez and all kind of. He moved on from her. What I'm saying? Yeah, he respect her, and she covered up for him a lot of things. A lot of things and they were really better apart. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I even kind of blame him for some of our health issues. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I blame him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because cancer women, man, they will give you, they will love you. Now nobody can nurture you and love you like a cancers. Cancers make the best nurses and stuff like that, the best RNs and healthcare doctors and stuff, the good bedside manners and stuff. They're very nurturing, they're very good and taking care of that. You know, same with cancer, a lot of people take advantage of them. They point to people too much instead of pointing to themselves. So that's something with cancers, Yeah. So if you notice any cancer woman, I could guarantee you straight up, from my 39 years experience, any water sign, Pisces and Cancers, they get cheated on a lot. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, especially the Cancers. Cancers get cheated on the most out of all the water signs, followed by Pisces. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because Pisces, they're dreamers. They, you know what I'm saying? They're always in love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they'll meet someone now, they connect, they're already done fantasizing, all kind of stuff over the person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then some Pisces, they always have the ex-man, the last person who they was with. So if they don't have a new man, they always go back, So yeah, Pisces always go back. Scorpios always go back. Cancers is always dip back also too. So the water sign females, from my 39 years experience, they always dip back and go back with the next person. Especially the longer they was with the person. Like every year go by, it's harder for some of them to move on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I've seen that many times with other cancers, and I'm saying they get treated badly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because when cancer's in love, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they will spoil a man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I've gotten spoiled from cancers before in my younger days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I know how it is. And I'm saying, yeah, yeah, not nobody can love you like them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they get cheated on the most. In the whole zodiac sign, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, people take advantage of the females, and I'm saying, yeah, all right. But back to Justin Bieber here. I see he will have some kind of meltdown. Again, I see he will have a next serious meltdown within the next couple of weeks or the next 3 months, and I'm saying, yes, I see something important with Justin Bieber and Hailey. They will have some kind of delay. Now, I see that right now, you know what I'm saying, no relationship is perfect. A lot of people will say that, if they're going to get divorced. I'm not seeing divorce right now, but later down in the near future, it will happen. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing is guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're a good match for now. Both of them, Hailey and stuff, love each other, but sometimes she need the space now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they need that space sometimes. A lot of people will say, well, now, you know what I'm saying, she does sell part of a company. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, would she, does she need him right now? No, she might not really need him, you know what I'm saying? But she wants her family to stay together. So she's going to do as much, because she's a Scorpio, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so she will try to do as much as possible to try to save this marriage, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, but I see that if they get to the right people and they try to do, they need to do certain things. I'm not going to say it in the public. I know exactly what they need to do to save the marriage. But I see right now, if they do not get to the right people, that do not do certain things, I see one of them will start cheating. I already don't see it is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if this spiraling out do not get under control, because I see it's going to happen again. And I see one of them will be tempted to cheat on the other. I'm not going to say who, but I've seen it clear as day. We know which one exactly, but that is what I'm seeing is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Also, too, I see that they're going to try one more time to try to have a child. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we call it already. We see our next child for them if they go past a year and a half from now. I told you guys straight up, this is the year to make or break this relationship. We see that since back in January, I think in December, we told you guys this is the year for this relationship to either make or break. So if they get past this year, they will survive. You know what I'm saying? Yes. But right now, if Justin and Hailey do not get to the right persons or person that really take them in the right direction, because I see they have to make some changes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I see they're going to go on some kind of European vacation or something like, or either in the Caribbean. You'll see them vacationing somewhere nice, and I see that, they're going to try to have another child. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but they need to get things under control. If they get things under control, I don't see the cheating is going to happen. If things keep spiraling out and stuff like that, it will lead to one of them to start straying. You know what I'm saying? Yes, any relationship. You guys could speculate, you guys could say all kind of stuff. I'm not gonna give no heart, I'm gonna leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not gonna co-sign. Some things are meant to kept private, and I'm saying, yeah. But so he have to control his mental health. Watch out for him having a big serious meltdown. Again, you know what I'm saying? When coming to Kanye West, when coming to all these celebrities, and a lot of things I know about them, but I just hold back a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? But I tell you guys privately a lot of times, and I'm saying, yeah, that this is what's gonna happen, this is gonna happen in advance, because I don't, when you're dealing with high profile people and stuff, and I mean, if you're a reader, you're a spiritualist, and you're interacting with high profile people, you know your clients and stuff will be watching you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you put in people business out in the streets, they're not going to trust you. And in this game, it's not about trying to be famous. You gotta be able to. People have to trust you. People want a safe place. And if people feel that they cannot trust you, they're not going to work with you. This is about trust. This is not about boasting and saying you're working with this one and working with that. No, you gotta stay humble. You get the right clients and stuff like that. You treat them right, they'll ride with you. Some clients might drop off because after a while they mightn't be getting what they really want. Sometimes they can't, they're not getting what they really want sometimes now. So some of them will drop off. You know what I mean? Yeah, people come, you know what I'm saying, to us for different reasons and stuff. Some people try to manipulate us. They think that we can't see them. One thing with me, I see everyone that comes. I just pretend like if I don't see, and I test everyone to see how serious you are. And I'm saying, yeah. So a lot of things I know about a lot of people, but not everything you have to tell the person that you know about them. You help them for the problem that what they come to you for. Yeah. So we send in prayers, healing energy for Justin Bieber. We wish him all the best, he and his wife. But definitely they need to be careful. I'm saying, yeah. But no divorce yet, but in the near future. We see that at some point in time they will go their separate ways. But I see this is a year to break the relationship. We talk about that many times, and I wish them all the best. And I'm saying, yeah, we hoping that things work out for them. All right, take care, guys. Don't request videos. We wish Justin and Hailey all the best. Another baby could come. I'm saying, yeah, a year and a half from now. But this is the year to make or break the relationship, and we hope that nobody don't drift apart. I'm saying, yeah. But he gonna have one last meltdown, a bad meltdown within the next couple of weeks or days or anytime it could happen. All right, or months from now before the year done. Take care, guys. Bye.